evicted, kicked out. You're gone, but you don't give up.
And the sad ending to this studio. Okay guys, so we want to talk today a little bit about not giving up even when things get really, really hard.
The unexpected happens.
The unexpected, which sometimes it's expected too. Like things just don't work out the way you're planning and you kind of see it coming. So my house happens to have mold in it, which is kind of a bummer.
It's the really, really dark mold that might be black mold too.
Yeah.
It's where we're at right now.
It's where we're, yeah, I don't know. I turned off the air conditioner so it wouldn't be blowing air into this room. One of the reasons why. But, I also have kids in my house, and so I want to be thinking about their health. And another thing is, finances have not been as great as I would want.
That's just kind of, that's a lot of people these days, honestly. I mean,
yeah.
It just happens to a lot of people, Sometimes you don't get a check that you expected to get. That happened to me this last week. We had a couple rough weeks because a couple payments were behind from one of my bigger customers. It's all right, it happens. And sometimes you just have to kind of roll with it and learn and decide that it's going to be okay. And it's not going to just totally destroy your mood.
Yep. But yeah, we just, just life. Sometimes you get behind on bills. I had a bill come in that was kind of big, and we need to catch up on things. We're doing a small business. I think when you do a small business and you're really trying to invest that time and that energy into those types of things, you sometimes have to make sacrifices, and sometimes those sacrifices don't work. So you got to know when do you shift, when do you mold.
Right.
It's kind of, there's Seth Godin wrote this book called The Dip.
Right.
I got to make a shift here. Another book I'm inspired by is Robert Kiyosaki. He talked about, when he was trying to build his business, he actually ended up living in a car for a few months with his wife. He didn't have 4 kids, so it wasn't that dramatic.
Sometimes your risk tolerance is not determined by your own mindset every time. So, that's kind of where I'm at too. Got 2 kids and a wife, and everybody's got to stay fed and happy and feel, feelings are a part of it too. So it's an important deal. So we have to leave the studio.
Yeah. Especially, it's just kind of out of nowhere because of the black mold. You can't mess around with that stuff. My daughter already had a cold, and I'm not sure if that was because of the black mold or if that was just a cold that happened to happen, but it was just like...
There's no point in risking it.
Yeah, no way. She's a year and a half old. It's dangerous. People die from that stuff. So,
I heard a story about a family that had that in their house, and they were waiting on insurance, and it got caught in this like infinite insurance loop with these trying to get the deal taken care of, and they forced them to stay in the house.
Wow.
And the father was a very successful lawyer, and he ended up getting so much damage neurologically that he couldn't remember anything from day to day. He had to write down everything just to even keep track, and he obviously can't have a law practice or anything anymore.
Wow, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's not something to mess with, and the whole rest of the family had health problems from it, so. Nah.
It's horrible.
So we're moving.
So we're moving on. I don't want that. I definitely don't want that for my family.
Right.
I can't. Yeah.
Your law practice will go downhill.
I would be out of business right away.
So it's okay. So it's a negative thing, right? But what is one to do? So we're going to be moving on to a different place, and you know what? That doesn't make this thing stop.
Yeah.
We're here working for you guys. We're having fun. We love getting to know you guys. We love the 100 Days Challenge, Third Wave, Indie Intellect. I mean, all of it.
And we have dreams and ideas for what Indie Intellect is going to do. We have a vision. And yeah, this is a big hiccup. And I don't have enough money to just move into a nice house. So we're going to be moving the studio into your place while I'm in a smaller place. Doesn't mean I failed because I don't have the finances to fund what we're doing as much in my
Exactly.
own space. And I think that's just things that will happen like that in any business. You get to a point where it's like, I need to ask somebody else for help.
Right. It happens. In fact, every time that something takes things and shakes them up, it actually creates an opportunity. In stocks and investing, people know that volatility also creates opportunity. And it's like that in real life, you know? It's not something to be afraid of. There will be fear involved, but you need to harness that fear and let it make you smart. Let it make you crafty. Let it make you creative.
Yeah, and I'm not worried necessarily about it. I'm excited about what's going to happen next. Yeah, so I'm not giving up, and I think we need to remember that when we hit rough times, when these things happen, that's just going to happen. It will always happen. There will always be things that will make you want to give up on everything you've worked for.
Right.
And if you think that that's a sign that you should give up, you will always give up when those things happen, and they always happen, so you'll never be able to reach your goals.
And that's a faulty way of thinking. Absolutely faulty way of thinking.
Yeah.
You need to take that fear and use it as a positive reinforcement.
We want to encourage you when you face these really troubling times, when somebody says that your videos suck or that you suck or that your business is a sham or whatever. When those types of things happen, so that's not just like monetary problems, but like emotional problems. Don't give up. That's the almost there point.
Right, right.
know?
Whenever the rough times start hitting, that is probably because you are very close
Yeah.
to a breakthrough. So
Yeah.
push through to the breakthrough.
Okay, guys. So that's our little pep talk. But thanks again for watching the video, guys. Alright guys, I think we're all ready to go.
Yep. See you at the next spot.
Peace.